Hello, I'm David Krantz, Chief Executive Officer at YP. At YP, we are committed to meeting the highest professional standards and adhering to strict ethical and legal obligations. YP's Code of Ethics and Business Conduct, referred to as the Code, serves as the foundation for ethical and legal behavior at YP. Every team member, regardless of position, is required to abide by this code. This video will introduce sections of the code, highlight several important workplace principles, and cover specific expectations of behavior. With this video, we expect that you will understand your individual responsibility to do the right thing in the workplace, with customers, with suppliers, and with competitors. You will also learn where to obtain additional guidance on all of these important principles. You will learn how to report possible code violations and know that YP expressly prohibits any form of retaliation against a team member for filing a good faith complaint or for assisting with an ethics investigation. As you have heard me say repeatedly, there are no shortcuts to success. YP will win because our products drive superior results and our team members treat customers fairly and each other with courtesy and with respect. I am proud of the way we have strived to meet the high standards set for all of us at YP. The actions that we take each day define who we are, impact our success, and the success of our customers. On behalf of the senior leadership team, thank you for your efforts.
I'm Amy Healy, Vice President for External Affairs and Compliance at YP. The Code is the foundation for ethical and legal behavior at YP. Thus, it is important that we cover the elements that make up our code. The code may be found by launching YP Interconnections, highlighting Resources for You, clicking on Policies, then selecting the code under the Professional Conduct section. The code is organized in 6 major sections: your responsibility to do the right thing, doing the right thing in the workplace, doing the right thing with customers and suppliers, doing the right thing with competitors, doing the right thing in general, and reporting possible code violations. The purpose of this training is to familiarize you with the code and with some basic principles. At the conclusion of this video, please review the entire code and certify that you have read, understand, and agree to abide by the code. This section covers the following important guidelines: no discrimination or harassment, personal relationships or fraternization, no retaliation, responsible pay practice, open door policy, drug-free workplace, respecting diversity, privacy, no violence in the workplace, unsafe working conditions, and social media and communication. YP is committed to providing team members with a workplace where they feel respected and appreciated. Sexual harassment or other unlawful harassment or discrimination is unacceptable in our workplace environment. Team members who feel that they are impacted by unlawful discrimination or harassment should bring this to the immediate attention of his or her team leader. Team members may also utilize the independent third-party reporting mechanisms as an alternative by contacting the toll-free team member hotline at 855-252-3970 or online at www.yp.ethicspoint.com. YP prohibits retaliation against a person who reports suspected violations or who assists or participates in an investigation. YP must keep an accurate record of all hours worked by team members who are classified as non-exempt. Non-exempt team members who work overtime must be paid appropriately for all such work. Unless otherwise provided by law, team members have no expectation of privacy when accessing or using YP premises or equipment. YP has the right to search, to the extent allowed by law, without notice, such premises or equipment. YP is committed to promoting a safe environment for team members, customers, and visitors. Violence, threats, harassment, intimidation, and other disruptive behavior have no place in the workplace. YP's social media and communications policy provides guidelines on a team member's personal and individual participation in social media and YP's social media presence. Note that this section is of particular importance to those YP team members who have customer-facing responsibilities. This section covers the following important guidelines: gifts and entertainment, responsible sales and marketing, protecting confidential, personal, and/or sensitive information, and working with governmental customers. This section provides guidelines on the acceptance of gifts or entertainment involving customers, business partners, and suppliers. Generally speaking, personally accepting gifts, payments, or services less than $50 from those seeking to do business with YP will not violate this policy. However, if you have any questions, please discuss this with your team leader. YP consistently strives to treat customers fairly and honestly. Overpromising and under-delivering undermines our customers' trust. Product and service quality and responsible marketing practices are critical parts of customer care. We should always be forthright and honest in our business dealings. This section covers the following important guidelines: responsible sales practices, fair competition commitment, responsible communications, and respecting intellectual property. YP is dedicated to ethical, fair, and vigorous competition. We will sell YP products and services based on their merit, superior quality, functionality, and competitive pricing. This section covers the following important guidelines: conflicts of interest, accounting and record keeping, political activity, environment, confidential and proprietary information, protecting company assets, and embezzlement. A conflict of interest occurs when one's personal economic affairs or interests interfere in any way with YP's interest. When performing your job, you must base your actions on sound business judgment and must not be motivated by personal gain. YP will make certain that all disclosures in financial reports and public documents are full, fair, accurate, timely, and understandable. This obligation applies to all team members. No business goal of any kind is ever an excuse to commit fraud or for misrepresenting the facts or falsifying records. Confidential and proprietary information includes such things as pricing, financial data, customer names or addresses, or non-public information about YP and/or other companies. Team members must protect this information during employment and post-employment as well. YP funds may only be used for YP business. Any suspicion of embezzlement or any type of fraud must be reported to the legal or internal audit departments immediately. We must all work to ensure prompt and consistent action against violations of the code. Keep these points in mind when evaluating potential code situations. Have all the facts. Use judgment and common sense. Discuss the problem with your team leader. Seek help from YP resources. Report violations in confidence without fear of retaliation. All team members are subject to YP's code. Failure to adhere to this code by any team member will result in disciplinary action up to and including termination. Thank you for your time and attention to this important video. Although the code is intended to be comprehensive and easily understood, it is not meant to answer every question that might arise in your daily activities. No set of code guidelines, including our own code, can substitute for the sound judgment, common sense, and personal integrity required to meet the challenges of our roles at YP. If at any time you have a question or concern about what is right for you or anyone else, promptly raise the issue with your team leader, human resources, the legal department, or internal audit. As an alternative, team members may also report a concern or a suspected violation of the code through YP's toll-free team member hotline or through our online reporting form. An independent third party administers the hotline and website reporting mechanisms, so you may remain anonymous if you prefer to do so. As you saw in the video, YP expressly prohibits any form of retaliation against an individual for filing a good faith complaint or for assisting with an investigation. At YP, we take the code very seriously. Failure to adhere to the principles outlined in the code could result in disciplinary action up to and including termination. At the conclusion of this video, please certify that you have reviewed the code in its entirety and that you understand and agree to abide by its content. I thank you for your commitment to providing an ethical and lawful environment in which to serve our customers and our fellow YP team members.